When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Yellow Jackets will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Horned Frogs offense will get first crack at it here. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They'll try the run. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to pass, it's Owens. He's got an open man. Turning on the Jets. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Palmer. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Palmer. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, TCU!
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game and the offense. They've got it moving now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. The Yellow Jackets offense will go to work for the first time today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wilson to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Looks it all the way in, and now turns. Attention upfield. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Unloads to the right. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
And that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
Take the handoff. It's Hill. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Wilson will throw. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Yellow Jackets will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Horned Frogs have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing them.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
The Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Owens. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. This time he's got his man. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he has been making a big play, and that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for Dave, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Memphis needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to North Texas. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Let's go!
Wilson to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
A strike downfield. Breaks into the open. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed. And he showed some of it there.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
Fires to the wideout. Got it. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have first and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal.
42 Spider.
Tries again to get it in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. They'll run it. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. And some room to work. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency, getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Back to throw, it's Owens. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And Dave, you know, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you...
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you, Jesse.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking to throw, it's Owens. quick completion on the out. Forced out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, and that's the kind of play that can really get a drive going.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and 1. Oh, there's an alley on the left. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Taking it the other way. He's at the... And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing... do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Throws to the back. Good timing on the quick out. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Owens. Scrambling away. Makes the grab. It's Ezukama. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Offense in a bunch formation. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the tight end. He's gonna come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here they come on 4th and short from the 50. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Owens. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, TCU!
That's a great job of just trusting your offensive line to get it done, scoring the touchdown. An extra point's going to tie this thing up right before halftime. And after that run, I think they're going to feel more confident running it in the second half.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Out of the end zone. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The running back has it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Atlanta. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Sends it back in motion. Wilson will throw. Catch in the middle. It's Singleton. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Man, how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Eakin. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Looking for a man. It's Owens. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Right on target this time. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. The lead now trimmed to 28-24. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida Atlantic is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. They're trailing by 10 to Toledo. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get...
Turning it on! The 20! The inside! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown!
Play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Fires left. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Snagged out of the air. Really putting the... threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw. It's Owens. He's got it down the middle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Ezukama. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Ezukama. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The offense set for a first down play. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. To the air, it's Owens. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. On the run, it's Green. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6. And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off play action. Quickly to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Little. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
They'll ride the hot hand. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Wilson to pass. Bringing the heat. The throw. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting.
Into the secondary on the right. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Isn't the play-action fake supposed to make those guys take a half a beat before they come and destroy the quarterback?
Yes, trying to slow them down as much as possible, but it's predicated too on me reading that and me seeing it, and they didn't bite it at all. You better run the football effectively if you're going to run play action, because they did not bite on the play action faking.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
And the quarterback will take a sack back to the 36.
When you got third and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Got his man. At the 40, there he goes. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Wilson will throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hill. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. The Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Takes the handoff. It's Green. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense doing their job getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about solve this game away. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Got enough for the first down. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. And the Yellow Jackets kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. He'll keep it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?